What's going on? Welcome back to another stream. We're gonna do a couple of drafts, couple of Poodle drafts, and see what we can do from there. Did a couple this morning, so see how this goes here. Alright, let me pull this up here. Let me get this sized up and everything. Get this going. All right, let's jump into one right now. Let me see how this looks here. Okay, we know what we need to do then. I knew I had this all jacked up here. The number 2 pick. It's about time they give us a good pick here. I did get number 3 earlier today at work this morning. I've had like number 3. I've had number 5. I've had 7 and 9. Number 3, 5, 7, and 9. I believe is what I've had so far. I don't think I've had anything else. This is only my 5th Poodle too. I believe. We can go back and look, but. Hopefully you guys can see the whole board here. Let me go to this other view. Let's make sure everything is shown here. Let's do this. On the board. It's my pick. We're gonna go Chase, obviously, since the first guy went Jefferson. Makes it kind of easy for me here. I won't even mess with this draft board real quick. It's cut out. hoping you guys can see this pretty good. I know it's a little stretched here. Here we go. Let's just go about right there. So Tyreek Hill went 3, Cooper Kupp went 4, McCaffrey. Bijan goes 6, Kelsey 7, Diggs 8, AJ Brown 9. We need to turn the music down. Hold on, I apologize. Let me turn the music down. All right. Here goes Adams, Waddle. That's pretty early for Waddle. I'm looking here at week 15, week 16 schedule. I haven't really looked at all, but I'm looking now. We got Minnesota at Cincinnati. This will be probably a early. Actually, this could be. Yeah, this will be an early game. So this would be the first week of the playoffs. This would be the first week of the elimination rounds, week 15. Minnesota at Cincy. So that could be a high-scoring game. We got the Chargers Thursday night against the Raiders. Do you hate to see that if you want some Charger players, obviously, because Thursday night games suck. I'm trying to think of some other high-scoring looking games here. I'm looking. Maybe Atlanta at Carolina, maybe. That could be a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Pittsburgh at the Colts. Denver at Detroit. There could be some scoring there. Washington at the Rams. Giants at. I mean, the Jets at the Dolphins stands out as a high-scoring game as well because that's in Miami. That's in Miami. So, you know, the weather will be decent there more than it will be anywhere else. You got Dallas at Buffalo. That could be a little high-scoring, but it's in Buffalo. There could be 10 inches of snow on the ground. Philly at Cincinnati, or no, Philly at Seattle. All right, let's go. Let's go to this here. We're coming up here. So Chubb was just taken. Mahomes was the first quarterback paired with Kelsey. Kind of, you know, go figure there. The Chiefs have Monday night at New England. So that's kind of, that'll be a little rough there. Oh, we're coming up on the clock. Chris Olave, T. Higgins just went. And I'm looking here. I'm looking. Week 16, we got some high-scoring games potentially here. We got this is the Christmas week. Here's week 16. We got Chiefs, Raiders, Philly, New York. You know, I like Philly. Let's see if we go Philly, New York kind of here a little bit. Philly, New York, Cincinnati, obviously. Just depends. If Hurts is there, I might take him. It's gonna be tough, man, to take Hurts like this. I'm not a fan of Hurts. I like him. I don't like him when I know I can get Burrow in round 4 potentially. As the kicker. It's the only kicker. Although Burrow's been going early. There goes Hurts. Okay. Burrow's been going early, man. Early and often. It's unreal, really. It's really unreal. I'm looking here at week 16. We got Cincy, Pittsburgh, Buffalo at LA. This is Saturday night. Washington at the Jets. Detroit at Minnesota. That could be a high scoring affair. They play in a dome. Who did the Jets got at home against Washington? Gosh, that'll be rough, man. I'm gonna go Najee Harris this time. I usually go Stevenson or Hall, but I'm gonna go Najee this time. Trust me, I got plenty of Najee and Stevenson, so don't freak out about why I just did that. It's okay. Trust me, I got plenty of the other guys. Let's go back to week 15 here. Who does the Steelers have? They got Indy. Okay, that's in a dome as well, so we don't have to really worry about weather. We're looking for games where we don't really have to worry about weather, and you know, we're looking at maybe a you know, a high scoring shootout type of affair game. Got Baltimore at Jacksonville. That could be high scoring too. That's in Jacksonville. This is week 15 we're looking at again here. Yeah, Jacksonville at home against Baltimore. That was a pretty high scoring game last year, but of course it wasn't late in the season. It was kind of like, I want to say I played like week 4, 5, 6 or something like that. I remember that game because that was a game Baltimore should have won, and they lost. I don't think the Detroit-Denver game is going to be maybe as high scoring as I think it could be. Both defenses have improved. Denver's defense is always pretty decent. I think the high scoring games we're looking at is the Jets, Miami. This is week 15. Minnesota, Cincinnati, obviously. Gosh, I hope Burrow can stay on the board here. We're 12 picks out here. Let's go back to the draft board. So Stevenson went right after DK 28. This guy's already gone 3 receivers already. The guy with the 4th pick. Burrow falling to us would be a blessing. We'd be off to a really good start if we get Burrow here. If we don't get Burrow, I'm thinking, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think here if I want Herbert or not. I've already got Herbert on a few teams, though. Obviously, Cousins could be a play here with this team. We could go Cousins. We could go get Addison. We could get Madison as well. Alexander Madison, who's probably going to be the back. All right, Fields just went, so that's not good. Burrow's the only quarterback left. As far as it's really Burrow and Herbert. Burrow's probably not going to make it to us here. The good news is we got 3 guys in front of us that already get a QB, so this guy should not take QB. I don't foresee Michael taking a QB either, the guy with the green logo here. The guy that's got Mahomes and Kelsey, he's going to take a running back or a receiver. He'll probably take a receiver. Ooh, he just sniped Christian Watson from him. So this guy should go receiver. We got 3 guys that are in front of us that could take a quarterback so far. 3 left. The guy with the 4th and the 3rd pick, and the guy with pick 6 who's getting ready to be on the clock here. The good news is he didn't take a running back. We need, okay, receiver. He's gonna pass. All right, so we need 2 guys to pass here. Here it is, right here. Can they pass on quarterback? Do it. Pass on quarterback, bro. Please, just do it for your boy. Just do it for your boy. He just took Burrow, dude. What a piece of crap. Or we gotta start looking here. I'm gonna go Hawkinson, I think. I'm gonna try to get as much of this Viking offense as I can. Let's go Hawkinson. Who does Washington got? They got at LA. The Rams are going to be very vulnerable in the secondary now. I mean, Ramsey's not there. Their defense is going to be very vulnerable. We've always known the Rams to be a pretty good defense. I think this year it's going to be a little bit of a different story with the Rams. The Rams also playing a dome. This is week 15. I'm looking at Washington's in town. Of course, I know Washington's got bye, so we could be looking at Jahan Dotson here. We could also go get Terry McLaurin as well. We might try to just go Cousins and Sam Howell and maybe another quarterback, you know. Another dart throw, really. Tampa Bay's at Green Bay. Not real interested in that. He took Herbert, which is fine. He took Hurts and Herbert, dude. This guy, people that do this, man, they are cringe. Not that I wasn't gonna take Herbert anyways, but like people that are like that are cringe, man. I'm telling you. McLaurin benefits if Brissett wins the job. He's not gonna win the job. We're gonna reach on Addison because Addison's not gonna be there if we don't take him now, so we're gonna reach on him. Dotson should be there, hopefully. We'll go like Dotson and a running back or something, man. Or running back and then Dotson. We need to get Dotson though. This would be good because Dotson's got a week 14 bye. So we'll have 4 different receivers with different buys, and we'd have 4 good ones at this point. We don't need to get Dotson though. I would like to get him, but we don't need to. We do need to get a couple of running backs here. I would like Madison, but this is gonna be tough. We're gonna have to hope for Kirk Cousins to kind of fall here, because we have to get Cousins. We have to get Cousins with this team no matter what. Yeah, because we got Minnesota at Cincy. I don't like that that's at Cincy. I wish it was in Minnesota, but let's go to week 17. I haven't even looked at week 17. New York at Cleveland. It's Thursday night. You get Cincy at the Chiefs. That could be... Yeah, Bengals Chiefs, that could be a pretty high scoring game, obviously. I don't know though. It's usually, it's just, man, these December games when it comes to Cincy and the Chiefs, it's like always like 24-20, 23-20 type of game. It's not super high scoring. I'm looking at some other potentials. We got Philly at home against the Cardinals. That's gonna be like old-fashioned behind the wooden shed whooping that they put on those guys. That's gonna be brutal if you're a Cardinals fan. They're gonna get stomped that week, I promise you, because they're gonna be already bad. They're gonna have a horrible record. They're gonna be probably just tanking out the remainder of the games that they got left at this point, because this is week 17, so it's literally the second to last week. This is the week, I believe. 15, 16. Yeah, this is the... We got New England at Buffalo, Atlanta at Chicago. Ugh. Too bad that's not in Atlanta. That could be really good. Obviously, they played in Atlanta, I think, last year. these two teams played, Chicago and Atlanta. Colts are at home against the Raiders. That'll be nasty. That'll be not a fun game to watch unless Richardson plays really good. Richardson should be, you know, full time at that point. Jacksonville and Carolina. You know, looking back on this, man, Jacksonville could be a lot of guys you want to stack your team around this year if you're talking finals. Remember I said like a week or two ago, look, and I still like Lawrence. I know I haven't drafted Lawrence in a couple of really, I haven't drafted him in a while. I will draft him again once I get like a pick 9, 10, or 11 probably. I'm obviously not going to get him this draft. Of course, I say that. I seen Lawrence go like 75th, 76th, or 77th overall, like a draft this morning. One of my drafts this morning. It was pretty crazy. I almost couldn't believe it. But I'm telling you, Jacksonville at home against Carolina, week 17. Week 16, they are at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's defense isn't going to be great. They're in good weather. They're still in Florida. Week 15, they are... Where the heck are they? They're at home against Baltimore. That's Sunday Night Football. And then week 14, they're at home. Are they at home? No, they're on the road in Cleveland. But that could be okay, though. Week 14, remember, week 14, you're still playing in your group play, your original group. So if you're ahead enough, you could be okay. There goes Lawrence. 67 is so late for Lawrence, too. It's late. Bijan, Chubb, Henry, Mike Williams, Kittle. That's rough. That is rough. All right, we're going to go two guys here. We might go Dotson, and I should go Madison, but I'm not. We're going to take a shot with, like, goodness gracious. We will go Dotson next, no matter what, though. So this guy doesn't steal. I'm trying to think of which running back to go here. White or Swift? Swift would probably be the answer. At Dallas, week 14. At Seattle, week 15. We're taking Dotson here. Gosh, man. Tampa Bay's got Jacksonville, week 16, at home. New Orleans at home. They're at home against New Orleans. Week 18 they got. Is week 18 included? I forget if it's included or not. At Carolina. Let's go back to week 15. At Green Bay. Ooh, yikes. That's tough for Rachaad White. Not an easy schedule, but... The Chiefs have at New England, week 15. At home against the Raiders. We're terrible. And at home against Cincy, and then they finish at LA. Gosh, which running back are we going here, man? I don't like Akers now, really, because of this. Do we go Madison, bro? Or do we go Swift? I'd like to get them both, you know? I just feel like Swift helps us more during the regular season, man. We got to go Swift. Because no matter what, we still got to have a team that gets us to the final, right? We got to have a team that gets us there. Which I think we're building one right now, obviously. The thing is, you cannot be elite at every position. You can be if you get lucky. I think you have to have the 1 or the 2 pick to get elite at every position. The only way you can do that is with the 1 or the 2, in my opinion. That's just my opinion now. If you get elite at every position, more than likely you're going to suffer at wide receiver. You can have an elite receiver, but you may not have more than 1, or you know, if you get 2, you're really lucky. Put it this way, you get elite at every position, you're going to be either missing a second elite running back or a second elite receiver, because you can get an elite running back, quarterback, receiver, and tight end in the first 4 picks. Obviously, you can go get Hawkinson. Like, you can do what I did. You can get Hawkinson, Chase, Najee Harris, and then I could have taken a quarterback instead of taking Smith. So I could have had, like, realistically, I could have had Hurts, but or you can take this strategy and go, you can try to, I have a really good receiving core, obviously, in my opinion, obviously. Some people might think differently. I have I have a pretty good running back in Najee Harris, who I think is going to surprise some people this year. Swift, obviously, he could be decent, but he's got to stay healthy. And then Hawkinson's obviously pretty good at tight end, I would think. But we might suffer at quarterback here, but we could go Cousins, we could go Rodgers, and maybe get lucky. I believe a lot of people that won last year, or that were in it late in week 16, week 17, they had Cousins as their quarterback. The guys that, like, I know a guy, I'm pretty sure the guy who won a lot of these contests, who got first place, he had Cousins on his roster. So who is that guy though this year? I think it could be Cousins again. He's got at Detroit week 18, week 17. They are, why can't I find them? Where are they at? I'm having a hard time finding them. Oh, there they are. They're at home against Green Bay. That's the Sunday night game. That's week 17. Week 16, they are, I have a hard time finding their logo again. There they are. They're at home against Detroit. So they got Detroit week 16 and week 18, which that would have been really good like 4 or 5 years ago, right, when they were horrible. They're obviously better now, but still, you're talking about, and then they got at Cincinnati, which could be a high scoring affair. I would like to see, what does Cincy got? They got at home against Minnesota week 15. Week 16, they got at Pittsburgh on Saturday evening. Week 17, Cincinnati has at the Chiefs. And then they got at home against Cleveland the last week. I'm trying to think, is the last week included? I gotta look. I'll look after this is over. Let's go back to the draft board here. So there just went Madison. That sucks. If he would have fell to me, I would have taken him. Obviously. James Conner. I don't want anything to do with James Conner this year, man. I just don't. I don't want anything to do with Arizona really at all. Stay away from a lot of the Arizona guys. A lot of the fantasy production from these players comes off of winning teams that are good. Arizona will not be one of them, I promise you. All right, what do we do here? We gotta go get Cousins. Obviously, he's there. So let's go get Cousins. I'm looking at Green Bay. They got Chicago week 18 at home. I'm gonna let this time expire. All right, week 14. Monday night at the Giants. Yeah. I say this because I'm looking at AJ Dillon. Now let's go week 15. What do they got here? Why can't I find them? Am I blind? I don't even see them. Oh, there they are. They're at home against Tampa Bay. Okay. Let's go AJ Dillon then. Could go Freiermuth, but that's kind of tough to pass up on there. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Ship sailed. So here they are. They're at home against Tampa Bay week 15. That's a good matchup. And it's in, look, you want to, I think you want to avoid, at the very least, you want to avoid Thursday night games. Maybe not so much Monday night games. Monday night games, you could be fine, but you do want to avoid Thursday night games as well in the postseason. And then here they go. They got at Carolina. That's good. That's week 16. Week 17, they are at Minnesota. So Green Bay actually is I actually don't mind Green Bay. I'm going to write these teams down. This matters, guys. This matters, okay? It matters who these guys are playing, and obviously you got to get lucky that injuries don't occur and everything else, but it matters who these guys are playing in the postseason as far as the fantasy playoff postseason. Obviously, which is week 15, 16, 17. I think it's, I don't know if it's week 18 or not. I think it's not. I think it's just weeks. Yeah. 1 through 14 is your first round against the guys you drafted against, and then the top two make it. And then week 15, week 16, week 17 are the last. So week 17 is the last week. Gosh, I like Minnesota and Green Bay, man. So our top teams of players that we want to pick from, in my opinion, I'm gonna go from top to bottom. I think Minnesota could be one of the best. Minnesota, give me the Bengals are one of the teams, but they're not top. Let's say I'm gonna put Cincinnati up here at the top anyways. They're just so freaking good, it doesn't matter. Cincinnati. I like Green Bay. I like Jacksonville. We could make a case for, let me go back and look. Let me just double check here. We're talking playoffs. We're talking week 15, 16, and 17. We can make a case for Pittsburgh's got Indy at Indy, so that's good. Then they're at home against Cincinnati. It's a Saturday night. That's better than Thursday night, though. And then I hate that that's a Thursday night game for the Saints. You can make a case for Pittsburgh. Plus, Pittsburgh has a week 6 bye, so you're not worried about them missing week 14 either, like you would be if you had a Washington Commanders players. I like I'm looking at Philly. Philly's got Seattle at Seattle. Then they got at home against New York on a Monday night, so that's good that it's a Monday night. And then they're at home against Arizona. So Philly, I'm gonna put Philly on this list too. Philly. I mean, when you finish up, and the good news is that it's week 17 and not 18, because 18 they just won't play anybody, but week 17 they'll probably play their guys. Now they may only play them for the first half or the first 3 quarters. They may not play them in the fourth quarter, depending on how bad it gets, but they're gonna play them. I do kind of like Rodgers as well. I do like the Jets a little bit. Do we need Rodgers though? We could get another quarterback late here. We could get Sam Howell. We can get Bryce Young or somebody. I know I'm doing this and this is weird and people might hate me for this, but this guy is just too good. He's too good to pass up on when he's your fifth receiver, that's what he's going to be on my team. I know I drafted him a lot and I have him in a lot of teams. And if we go back here and we look, week 15, Carolina's got at home against Atlanta, not the greatest defense. Then they have at home against Green Bay. That could be a tough, but at least they're at home. And then they're at Jacksonville, which is in Florida, so that's good weather at least, so you know. Let's go. Dalton Kincaid is still here. No freaking way. Let's go Kincaid. I can't believe he's still there. I can't believe he's still there. Kincaid will have week 15 at home against Dallas. They can give up some yards. They get good pass rush, but they could give up some yards. Their secondary's not the greatest. And Kincaid, who knows? Hopefully they're in a dome the next week. Okay, they're at LA. They're at the Chargers on a Saturday. That's Christmas week, week 16, and then week 17 they are at home against New England. So that's like a 10 inches of snow game potentially. That's okay. We got Hawkinson though too, so we're fine. We're fine in the tight end department there. I like this so far. This is a good team so far. This isn't terrible. Obviously, we could have another like elite running back would be nice, but we might luck out here at running back. We're gonna go get a couple more. We're gonna go get maybe Chase Brown here. Let me see what Roshan's got. He's got at home against Atlanta week 17. At home against Arizona week 16. Week 15 they're on the road in Cleveland, who doesn't have the best run defense. At least last I checked, their run defense isn't the greatest. This guy just got Rodgers at 128. This is crazy. I've noticed a difference here of having done drafts like at work at like midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and then doing a draft right now at almost 10 o'clock in the morning. The ones that I do at like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning on stream with you guys are not as good of drafters, I would say. I hate to really say that, but it's true. It's like that draft I did with Smitty from the Fantasy Football Show. We had some killers in that. I mean, there were guys getting sniped left and right, guys going way above their ADP, and this, it's like the opposite. Gibson would have not gone 118 in that draft. Kincaid would have not fallen to me at 122. Let me look at the Jets again. I do think I kind of like the Jets a little bit. Jets are in Miami. That could be a high-scoring affair. And they're at home against Washington, who... And then they are Thursday night at Cleveland. So the Jets I really don't like as much. I don't like that Thursday game. You want to avoid these teams that got Thursday games, man. I'm telling you. We know what happens on Thursday night. Not a lot of scoring. So Minnesota, Cincinnati, Green Bay, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. I'm trying to think of one more, maybe. Maybe Miami. Maybe. You could argue the Giants maybe, but the Giants week 17 at home against Arizona. Or no, not Arizona. At home against the Rams. Week 16. At Philadelphia. That's that Monday. That's that Christmas night game. And then week 14, they are at the Saints. What are the Saints? So the Saints got New York at home, week 15. Then they got at the Rams Thursday. So they play a noon game at home against New York. Then they play 4 days later. Wait. Okay, then yeah, they're at home. At home, then they go on the road to the Rams. Remember, Olave burned the Rams last year in the Superdome. And then they go at Tampa Bay. So I like the Saints. Give me the Saints too. New Orleans. Give me Olave is what that means. So we're looking at Chase, Burrow here are good players to go after. Obviously the Minnesota guys, there's too many of them to name. Green Bay, Watson, Reed, Watson, Reed, Love, Dillon, Jacksonville's guys, Pittsburgh's guys, Najee, Pickett, and the wide receivers, and Freiermuth. Phillies guys, really Smith, Hurts, and Swift. And then the Saints, we got Olave. Crap, I'm on the clock. I kind of choked. We're gonna go get Love. I kind of choked, but that's okay. We're gonna get our other guy here in a second. There he is. God, he's climbing the ADP ranks. We're gonna go get Reed. So Olave, Carr, Jamal, and who else? Shaheed, maybe. Maybe Taysom Hill. So these are the players that we're looking for then, really, for the most part. And I kind of thought this, to be honest. Like, I knew Minnesota's guys would be good to go after. Cincinnati's guys are a good team. I think really a Minnesota / Cincinnati stack with an Eagles player like I have. I've been drafting Freiermuth a lot as well. I've had Najee a lot. Pittsburgh's players. We don't have any Jacksonville guys on this team, but we've had Jacksonville guys on other teams. This guy took Russell Wilson and Dobbs. What a weirdo. Russell Wilson and Dobbs. Dobbs. We could have maybe went Osborne there to be safe, but I like Jaden Reed too much. So, all right, let's get this off here. We don't need to look at this anymore. We got the teams written down. Let's go full view here. Let's do this. All right, let's make this a little better for you guys here. This could be better, obviously. I know this. Cam. All right. Ugh. Let's pull up this other display here. Gotta make this a little smaller. Let's just go with that. You guys can see, all right, you guys can see the pics now. You got me on here, you got the team on here. Let's move our socials tab up. Take 2 seconds. Let's just move this up to here. All right. This draft's almost over. Don't worry. We're going to do another one. We might do a couple more. If you have any questions, anybody in the chat, if you have any questions, just ask away. I will give you an honest answer, my opinion. Maybe go off of what we know, off of what's been reported, you know, and what, you know, whatever else there is out there. So I can't believe Derek Carr is still there. If I would have known that, I would not have drafted Jordan Love. That is incredible. We're gonna go get Chase Brown here. We need another running back. Chase Brown's the best on the board in my opinion. Wilson's close, but I'll take a Cincinnati guy that hopefully gets the opportunity to play. I'm hoping they just at this point, man, as much as I got Chase Brown, I'm just hoping they just get rid of Mixon. Would be for the best. This isn't too bad of a draft. You know, it's tough at this 1 and 2 spot, man. If Burrow just doesn't fall, and Burrow, as you can see, he was taken right here. He was taken right here in round number 4. and I was I had the second pick. I took Hawkinson right here, so I got Burrow sniped. More than likely this is why the second pick is the best, or even the first. If you can get Burrow to fall to you at the end of round 4, it's because you're more than likely going to get Hawkinson too if you want Hawkinson. So he's going to be there. So gosh, what do we do here? Another receiver maybe. Pickett's there. Bryce Young is there. We got a little bit of a stack going here to a degree. I would have taken Carr if I would have had Olave, but I don't have Olave, so let's go Bryce Young. We missed on Laporta. That's okay. We ended up getting Kincaid, and I don't know if you guys can see this or not. No, you can't. Why is it like this? I can make it smaller, but I don't want to make... Gotta charge our phone. You guys can't see the receivers we got, but we got Cousins, Love. I can show you this way. We went Chase, Smith, Najee Harris, TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, Jahad Dotson, DeAndre Swift. The fact that we get Swift to fall to us at the end of round, I guess this is the beginning of round 7, but reached on Cousins a little bit. AJ Dillon, Jonathan Mingo, Dalton Kincaid, Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, Chase Brown, and Bryce Young. Trying to see if we really reached on anybody. We reached on Najee. Obviously, we could have went Stevenson or Breece Hall, but we you know, we mixed it up a little bit here. Got AJ Dillon 6 picks ahead of his ADP. Chase Brown, we just took him 4 picks ahead of his ADP. We reached on Addison. That was a good reach, though. He wasn't going to be there. We reached on Dotson. He wasn't going to be. You have to do a little bit of reaching on some of these receivers that you like. If that's the route you're going to go. If you're going to go to the route of taking these receivers, some of these guys that you like that are a 2 and a 3 and a 4 guy, then you're going to have to reach a little bit. Same thing with Reed. Reed, I had to reach on him. He wasn't going to be there. We did get Kincaid 6 picks after his ADP, though, so we didn't reach on every single pick. So don't grill me too hard on that one. I'm trying to think of what really the best outcome of a draft is, man. I'm going to go back and look at some of my puppies here in a second before we do this next one. It's just tough to... I made a couple mistakes that I wish I would have had a couple of different players in those other teams that I had that I drafted, where I got Chase and Burrow, and I got Burrow at the end of round 4. So that's unfortunate, obviously, but you know, it's tough to do it again. It's tough to get Burrow at the end of the draft again. I know that. It seems like if I do have the 5th overall pick, and then I could get Burrow at like 44, 45, it seems like somebody takes him at 40, and then whenever I get the 2nd pick and it looks like I might get him and he might fall to me, somebody snipes him either a pick or 2 in front of me at 40, 46 or 45. So it's tough, man. It's really, really tough. You just got to get the right draft, man. And it's like I said, it's not going to happen your first try. It's not going to happen your 5th try. That is the stack, though. That is the winning team, in my opinion. If there's a team out there that has Chase and Burrow, and then they got a really good running back who they actually hit on, And then they have another good receiver like Smith or Olave that they stacked with Chase in round 2. That team's going to be really good. God forbid if they got Garrett Wilson to fall to him. That would also be crazy. Really, a dream scenario is the 3 pick. The 3 pick is where almost anything could be possible. You could get Chase to fall to you at 3 potentially. That would be that would be the ultimate hit. Then you get like Garrett Wilson to fall to you, which I know that's probably not going to happen now, but that could have happened like a month ago. That could have happened a few weeks ago. I don't think it can happen now. It's almost impossible. Almost impossible for that to happen. We shouldn't have taken Jordan Love, but that's okay. It is what it is. I forgot about Sam Howell. We're still taking Sam Howell. Unless we get sniped right here. This guy's got 4 quarterbacks. He won't take him. Who do we need to go get? Looking at my list here. He took Howell? I was like, where's Sam Howell at, dude? Oh my god. No shot, right? He's got Terry McLaurin, dude. Get out of here. I was like, where did Sam Howell go?
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
That's for that guy. Zeke. This guy took Zeke. This is the guy that took Josh Jacobs at pick 25, bro. Or no, I'm thinking of a different. I had a draft before I got off of work. I had a draft. Somebody who Jacobs in like the beginning of the 2nd round. It was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe I'm doing this, but whatever, dude. I don't even know, man. I'm not paying attention. Not paying attention, chat. Because I'm mad I think I took Sam Howell. This guy might be a little better than what people think. What was his 40 time? We go forward, go back. Low 4.5s. How do they know? They don't know, do they? 4.52. Evan Hull. You don't see him get drafted too much, Hull. It's a guy at a Northwestern, I think, right? We did okay in this draft. I would have liked to have done a little better, but it's tough, man. We got sniped on a couple of picks, and then just a couple of running backs just didn't fall to us. Madison almost fell to us. He could have been our RB3, which would have been awesome. Madison's starting to go more earlier and earlier. We might go McBride here, though, just to cap things off. I'm thinking about McBride's presumptively going to be the number 2 back. So if anything happens to Madison, we might score with McBride. Looking at McBride's stats here. How many catches did he catch here? 2 catches, 4 targets, 3 catches, 6 targets is, oh god, that's not good. He ran really well though. Wow. Let's go another receiver. Let's take Charlie Jones. We're just gonna have to 4 running backs. It's gonna be tough, especially with Swift. Oh my goodness, especially with Swift. Don't worry, we're gonna do another one. Let me go use the restroom real quick. We'll be right back. We ended up with Cousins, Love, Young, as you guys can see here. Najee Harris, Swift, Dillon, Chase Brown, and then a receiver we had Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Jordan Addison, Jahad Dotson, Jonathan Mingo, Jaden Reed. That's 6 really good receivers. Marvin Jones, Charlie Jones. Tight end, we got Hawkinson, Kincaid, and Luke Musgrave. So it's not bad. We're going to have to get lucky at running back, okay? I think we're going to be okay in quarterback. It's a very underrated quarterback. The receiving room it's one of the best I've had in a while, in my opinion. And then we got Hawkinson, Kincaid, and Musgrave. There's not much to dislike about that right there. It's not bad. It's not bad. Obviously, the quarterback position could have been a smidge better. And, we'll see, man. If this team makes the playoffs, Minnesota's got a good schedule. Green Bay doesn't have a bad schedule, and I'd like to see exactly how good Jordan Love can be. I think Bryce Young will be okay, too. He'll easily be starting by that time. They may not win any games during the playoff weeks, but he could put up good fantasy numbers as well. So don't hate on it too much. There's things to like and things not to like, obviously. I'll be right back. Let's just enter in. Ooh, look at that. We got the 3rd overall pick this time. Let's see what we can make happen with this. We got the 3rd overall pick this time. Let's see what we can make happen here. Hopefully we can make something happen here with this pick. Chase falling to us would be a good start. If we don't go Chase, I don't know what we're gonna exactly do, to be honest. Don't freaking do it, dude. Just be a player, dude. Take McCaffrey. Just take one for the team, bro. I like that he hasn't picked him yet. This is good. Don't auto pick, dude.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try a different strategy though this time with Bijan. I'm gonna try a different strategy here. You know, I'm so sick of having the 3rd pick and somebody not passing up on Chase. It's so frustrating, man. And we got all these guys with the shields on their freaking icon. All these experienced guys in my lobby, so that's good. Highly experienced, highly experienced, highly experienced. There's me. Let's just go to the guys that don't have an experience. There's me and one other guy who don't have an experience badge in this draft. That's great. There's gonna be reaches all over the place, especially now that I just started it off. So what we're looking at right now. Tyreek Hill fell to 7. That's pretty good value. That's really good value, actually. Really good. I thought about Garrett Wilson. I really did. Atlanta's gonna have so Adams goes 11, Lamb goes 12, Brown goes 13. Here comes Wilson. Yep, boom. Called that one. Called that one. All right, let's look at these schedules again. Let me look at strength of schedule. I almost want to look at strength of schedule overall. Google NFL strength of schedule 2023. Here we go. Cat. Strength of schedule. Easiest strength of schedule 1 and 2 is the Falcons are 2 and the Saints are 1. That's very based on Vegas forecasted win totals. Which this is the way it goes anyways. You know, the teams that are really good. Now look at the Raiders. This is another reason why you're going to want to avoid the Raiders. Usually the teams that play the worst, that have high draft picks and the, you know, the current draft going into that season, they usually have an easier schedule than, say, like the Chiefs. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl, so they usually have, you know, they have a hard schedule most of the time. So that's just the way it goes. I almost want to snip this. Show you guys this real quick. All right, we are on the clock. Chris Olave just got taken, bro. Olave was my guy. What are we going to do? Let's try. I'm gonna try this. I don't. Oh my god, we got him queued just in time. It wouldn't let me queue him. Did you guys see that? All right, we're gonna go Hurts. We're gonna try. We missed out on Smith. This is not good. This is one of those drafts, bro, where it's like you're not gonna get a good team because you just have too many people in your draft who are reaching on guys. That's a reach. That's a reach. Taylor fell all the way to 15. Barkley fell to 18. Really, when you have the 3rd overall pick or the 2nd overall pick or the 1st overall pick, you shouldn't even have to, like, these guys should be gone. The quarterback shouldn't even be there. They should be being taken by somebody else. All right, we're back on the clock. This is not what we wanted to have happen. So we're gonna reach. These guys started the reach process already, so guess what? We're gonna reach now. We're gonna go Watson. We got to get a receiver, and I don't like these guys enough to where it's like I got to take them over Watson. You know, Watson's on our list of players with a pretty decent schedule in the playoffs as well. We should have went. We shouldn't have went Hurts. We should have. We messed up taking Hurts right there. It is what it is. I think it'll be okay, but I would have maybe should have taken Fields and then try to get DJ Moore to stack with him. I'm sitting here looking, you know, it's funny how I say that, you know, these players are on these teams for the playoff schedule, they have pretty good matchups, and you look at the strength of schedule and it almost kind of backs that up a little bit. Like Philly's got a decent strength of schedule. It's not it's in the green, so that means it's an easier. It's like close to the middle, but it's in the green. Same with Green Bay, Chicago. Of course, Cincinnati's close to, they're in the red, but they're close to the middle. Jacksonville's in the green. Pittsburgh's in the green. This is what I knew this too. I could just tell by looking at their playoff schedule for fantasy. San Francisco's actually got a decent. That's because they play Arizona. That's why I'm not high on any of the Buffalo or Kansas City stacks this year. Najee Harris went 37. Let's go back to our board here. Jahmyr Gibbs, Najee Harris. So this guy went and got CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Amari Cooper, Najee Harris. I should not have taken Jalen Hurts. This is tough. I've never been faced with this. I'm always taking Smith or Olave here, especially when I did what I did. Like always. And so I wasn't even thinking about Jalen Hurts. But I was looking at it on the fly. I'm like, wait, where are the receivers at? Oh, they're gone. That is very unfortunate, obviously. Very unfortunate. But it doesn't shock me either because, I mean, look at all the shields on these guys as icons. This isn't their first draft. So, gosh, that's so frustrating that they just did that to me, man. Nobody's budging on Chase anymore, man. Some people, every now and then you get Chase to fall to like pick number 3. It never happens if I get pick 3. Never. I don't even, I think it's happened one time to me, but it hasn't happened since. And that was a while, that was a few weeks ago. We're taking Burrow. No, we're not taking Burrow if he's there. Gosh, I should not have taken Hurts. Idiot. We might take Hawkinson again. There's not a receiver like I'm like, oh, I have to have this guy, so. I just let the guy stack Burrow with Chase, but he's got Andrews. This is weird. What a weird draft by this guy. Like, you got Lamar, Burrow, Chase, and then Andrews. That's just the weirdest. It's the weirdest draft I've seen, dude, in the first 4 rounds. It's just weird. It's so corny. It's so freaking corny. I almost wanted. I want to take Fields almost. I'm gonna reach on him again. I really don't care. I'm gonna take him. I think he's better than a lot of these players that are above him. I really do. He could be my next player. We messed up, chat. We messed up. We took Hurts in the second round, and that was not supposed to be the plan. That was not the plan at all. Especially when none of my receivers were going to be there. This is a bad draft. This one's worse than the last one. I can already tell you it's worse than the last one. These guys draft so weird, man. They want to draft weird. We're going to draft weird. Like, look at this. Have you ever seen anything like this in your life? I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a guy with a 2 pick take 2 quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds. I've never seen that. That's a new one. That's new. I have never seen that one. I'm not hating on the Chase Burrow stack, but you can't have another quarterback. If he would have had a good running back and another good receiver, he'd be, or even 2 good running backs to go, he'd be in the driver's seat right now. I almost felt ashamed whenever I let Burrow go, because I was like, wait, that guy's got Chase. But then I looked at his team and he's got Andrews and Jackson. The reason why that makes no sense, I'm going to tell you exactly why that makes no sense. You can only start 1 quarterback. He's missing out on a really good receiver or a really good running back. Like, really good receiver or really good running back, because he took Jackson, right? He took Lamar Jackson. Of course, he probably didn't know he was going to get Burrow too, but let's look at the big board here. Kirk, Dobbins, Aaron Jones, Justin Fields. So this guy just got Fields. I want to see, it's this guy right here. Barkley, Stevenson, Hill, Moore. That's a good team. This guy's got a good team. I don't know how much I like Barkley, but he got Barkley 5 picks after his ADP. Or no, two picks after his ADP. See who he takes here now. Hill and Moore is really good, especially when you got Fields to stack with Moore, and you got Stevenson. I'm really high on Stevenson this year. Let's see what he does. He's got 8 seconds. He's thinking. Mike Evans. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not sure about that. Not sure about Mike Evans right there. All right, we're coming up again. So this guy's at 2 quarterbacks, wide receiver, running back, tight end. This guy has 4. So this guy's looking for a running back. He might be looking for a running back too. Is Jordan Addison still there? He is. What does he got? No way he goes Addison, right? He could go Addison. There's no way this guy goes Jordan Addison. There's no freaking way. We're taking Addison if he's there. And he is. Get sniped. Get sniped. Yeah, you got sniped, didn't you? Took Swift. I was gonna take Swift probably. All right, we're turning this team around a little bit here. We're turning it around, okay? What are we doing here at running back? Rashad White or Madison? White it is. I'd like to get them both, really. I don't think that's obviously not going to happen, but I don't even understand that. Back. 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 The Jets, Bears, and Commanders have 12 extra days of rest than their opponents, the most in the league. 49ers have 20 fewer days of rest than their opponents. They have the fewest in the league. Just want to tell you to stay away from the Niners, man, this year. Colts were helped the most by the schedule, followed by the Commanders and the Browns. The Chiefs were hurt the most by the schedule, followed by the Niners and the Eagles. That doesn't shock me, though. The Chiefs were gonna get... They always get, and I looked at their schedule when it came out. I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be tough." That's like 12 wins, maybe if we're lucky. It's like that's like a 12-5 record, maybe an 11-6 record potentially. Pittsburgh's got risk, good rest disparity. Baltimore, Cleveland, Miami, New England's in the plus. New Orleans is +4. Indianapolis is +4. Denver's +3. The teams that are really negative in the rest disparity, Niners were worse, -20. Chiefs were -13. It says LA, but which LA team is it? Okay, the Rams, -17. Yeah, the Rams are going to be... The Rams, the Cardinals, they're going to be terrible this year. Atlanta's a little bit negative, but Atlanta's got an easy schedule. Minnesota's only -2. Jacksonville's -1. Buffalo's even. Green Bay is even at 0. All right, we need to focus here. What are we doing next? What are we doing next? Prior move or Njoku, right? No, Njoku just got taken, so never mind. Don't take Fryer move. Come on, don't do it. Don't do it. Montgomery's right there. Ew, do we take Montgomery? That could be a good pick. He can stay healthy, obviously. He's got a tight end. He's got a tight end, so we shouldn't have to worry about taking tight end here. Who's the best available? It looks like Montgomery to me. We don't have too many shares of Montgomery either, so let's go Montgomery. Yeah, inherit the Jamal Williams. Oh, he will inherit the Jamal Williams role. 100%. He just needs to stay healthy. Jamal Williams, or not Jamal Williams, David Montgomery could be a really good pick this year, especially at his value. Oh, we just need to hope Fryer move stays on the board here. It doesn't matter if he does or not, really. We could go a different route. We could always go get Laporta. We could always get somebody else. We don't have to get Fryer move. I'm trying to think here. We could maybe go another receiver or another running back. I'm kind of mad I don't have really any stacks. Who is the third receiver on Washington's depth chart? Curtis Samuel. Taking Pat. Taking Pat Fryer move. Just hopping in, showing some love. F4F was in your... Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the Twitch. I'm looking at it now. I was looking at my YouTube instead of the Twitch or whatever. I guess Cousins, okay. I'm still kind of mad I went Hurts. I wouldn't have minded Hurts if I would have got Smith with him, okay? That's what I was hoping for. I didn't even realize that Smith and Olave were gone until I had already had about 15 seconds taken off the clock, and then I wouldn't say I panicked, but I didn't want to draft one of the receivers that usually go at the end of the third or the beginning of the fourth in the beginning of round two, or I should say at the end of round two. So I figured, what the heck, go with a quarterback. It's tough from the dude. I hate the 3 pick. I'm not a fan of it, man. I'm not a fan of it unless you get Chase. If you can get Chase, it's a good pick. But if you don't get Chase, it's tough, man. First and second are always better. First and second are always better. Always. Like, if you don't get the first or second, you don't even want the 3rd pick, more than likely, especially if you don't get Chase. You would almost rather have pick 11 or 12. I'm being serious. Like, you'd rather be at the other end, because there's a less likelihood of getting, like, sniped. The number 3 pick is like the most sniped position of draft, in my opinion. You're gonna get sniped there more than just about any other spot. I wholeheartedly believe that. So we might do another one of these. Oh gosh, man, we're gonna have to do another one of these. I want to just get like a solid team here. Skill-based matchmaking, they put me in this lobby with all these experienced players. Let's move this back over here. So Kamara just went at 112. That's really good value, obviously. He's got Chubb and Eckler. This is the guy that drafted 9th overall that got him as well. Wow. You get Kamara in like close to the middle of round 10. It's like a steal, man. So look at this guy that drafted 1st overall. This team sucks. This doesn't look very good. Let me look at his team. It doesn't. Okay, you get Mahomes, Pacheco, Javonte, James Cook. Like, Pacheco's okay, but I don't know if I'm high on the other 2 guys, really. Javonte's good if you can get him as your like 4th running back. He's got Jefferson, Higgins, Allen, Hopkins. Got her. I mean, it could be worse. It's not the greatest, but it could be worse. We don't need Kincaid. This would be good because I don't have a receiver that's on week 7 bye, so we'll take Mingo again. We'll just keep taking him. I like Mingo as a 4th receiver. I don't think he's really your receiver 3. He should not be your receiver 3, but 4 is not bad. Addison's different. Addison can be your 3rd receiver, even though they're both rookies. Addison's on a better offense, who's a projected starter. I think Mingo will be a starter too, but Addison will be a starter out the get. He will probably be the number 2 guy out the get-go. So goes Mitchell. Myers, Night Warrior, takes Jones. It's very interesting here. Gonna try this. Let's go Khalil Herbert. I like Khalil Herbert as a... I'd like to get Johnson too, but that's going to be a stretch. We will take Johnson if he's there, though. My guess is he won't, but you never know. What, his ADP is 141. We have pick 142, so it's going to be close. More than likely, I'm going to get sniped, so this is more than likely what's going to happen. I don't like this team, though. I don't. We messed up in a couple spots. I wouldn't say we messed up. We just... These guys drafted Olave and Smith so early in round 2 that I just can't believe they weren't there. They threw me for a loop. Threw me for a loop. So right now we're sitting with Hurts at quarterback. We got Bijan, Rashad White, David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert at running back. At receiver, we got Christian Watson, Jahan Dotson, Jordan Addison, Jonathan Mingo. And then at tight end, we got Hawkinson and Freiermuth. That's what we're... yeah, that's what we got. Roschon Johnson's down here. We would like to get him next. I don't know if he's going to be there, but... That's who we would like to get. Just to have insurance for Herbert. And then we'll pretty much be done with running back if we end up getting that. So and then we can go get Jaden Reed and another quarterback. I would like to get Laporta, but we don't need him because we got Hawkinson and Freiermuth, so I mean, we're pretty solid at tight end. We don't need to go get another one. I would like Jordan Love to fall to us, but that's asking a lot. We could always go get Sam Howell, though. So Sky Moore was just taking the guy with the last pick, just took Hyatt, and then he just took Gallup.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I don't like those guys at all. I don't like either of those guys, especially in round 11 and round 12. If you're talking round 17 and 18, maybe it could be okay, but
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
yeah. There's Okonkwo. Nico Collins went before that. Then there goes Russell Wilson. There goes Roschon. There he goes. Well, so much for that. So much for that strategy. All right, 4 receivers, 5 receivers. Quarterback, he's got 2 quarterbacks. I say we just take a shot here. We take Reed again. We just keep reaching on him because we can. And then hopefully Jordan Love will not be taken. That's the hope. We don't have to take Love though. We could get Sam Howell. We should take Jordan Love though because we're gonna have Reed and Watson. There goes Reed. We got Reed. Boom. I don't even want to queue up Love because he's gonna get sniped from me. This actually be a good stack with Love this time because we got Reed and Watson on this team. I kind of thought he would take Pierce. This guy might take Rashee Rice. The fact that Rashee Rice is still on the board is... This is steal territory now. He's never on the board right now, ever. Except for this draft. There he goes. He took him. Okay, kind of figured that. Scantling, so he went 2 Chiefs players. Because he's got Mahomes, because he's got Pacheco. So Love is there for the taking. We'll take Jordan Love. We got our Green Bay stack. This isn't the worst team in the world, okay? I know it's a little thin at receiver. At least it looks like it is. Running back, it could be better, but I do kind of regret Jalen Hurts. I'm trying to think of what we should do next time. I'm gonna wait and see what pick we get, but I might just like wait on quarterback, really. Might just like wait a long time. We'll see. We will see. We'll do one more of these and then we're gonna get off. We got a video tomorrow and Friday. Today is Wednesday. We have a video coming out tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, and Friday morning. They're gonna be our nuclear player number 8, nuclear player number 9. Obviously that's Najee Harris. And then on Friday it's TJ Hawkinson. So check those out on the YouTube. If you guys are interested, if you guys would also leave a like on the video, that would really be greatly appreciated, and it would help me out with the YouTube algorithm as well. So be sure to check those out though tomorrow and Friday. I dropped another TikTok today. I got another TikTok tomorrow as well. Be curious to see if they copyrighted me on this one, to be honest. I'm gonna check right now real quick. All right, so we got Josh Downs. That was good. He fell to us. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm glad I had him queued up. Yeah, they removed my sound because I'm gonna have to change the sound, which I will. I'll change it. I'm not gonna let them just keep removing the sounds on my videos and then keeping it the way it is. I can't believe they got. That's just crazy that they would remove that sound. All it is a portion of a song. I see people do that stuff all the time. Stupid. We'll work on that after we do another draft. This draft isn't bad, but it's not the way I wanted it to really go though either. So just gotta get the number 1 or the number 2 pick. Hopefully we get the number 1 pick. The problem with this team is that there's no stacks other than the, I guess we'll get a Watson. We get the Watson, Love, Jaden Reed stack, and then we'll have we got 2 Minnesota players. Of course, I don't think you really need a stack with the running back, but it would be nice. We could have a little bit of a stack here with Dotson and Sam Howell. Alright, we turn that off. Yeah, give me Sam Howell. This might be it, actually. We're just gonna cut the stream after this one. I'm not very talkative right now because I'm looking at stuff. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed here. I'm gonna do another draft once I get off, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I'll be at work again tonight, so I'm kind of just tired. I don't really want to bore you guys too much. For those of you guys that tune in, what do we do here though? Let's go. God, I gotta queue him up before it's too late. I'm zoned out. You can tell I'm tired, dude. I am zoned out. I'm like, yeah, I just don't even know. It's like picking the rest of these guys. It's like, who do we pick? These picks are important. It's not like these picks are not important. They are important. We'll go Marshall. We'll go Marshall with our last one. We'll just, you know, we'll get another receiver, another Carolina guy. We'll have pretty much all the Carolina receiving room except for Thielen and Chark. But to be honest, I'm not really worried about Adam Thielen and Chark, especially Thielen. I know people like Thielen, but there's an injury concern with Thielen, man. He's like 33 this year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 34. Let me double check. He is very injury prone this year, potentially. I don't know how much left he has in the tank. That's being nice, and that's really just, it's stating the facts, man. It's stating the facts. I know it's hard to predict injury with a lot of players, but it's different when they're in their 30s. When they're in their 30s, it's different. You can kind of like, okay, how much do I invest in this guy for the most part? Do I invest in his backups? Thielen is... I will give you guys exactly his age. He'll be 33 this year. 33. If you look at my list here on my rankings, it's in the red. Like, it's in the bright red. It's not like, you know, a small shade of red. It's dark red. Marvin Jones is 33. There's not very many other receivers, let's just say, in the top 130. Really, there are none of my receivers in the top 130. There's nobody else that's his age. It would have been Julio. Julio's like 34, but Julio, who's Julio? Julio's done, bro. He's retired. I don't even think he plays for anybody. He could maybe get picked up, but there's nobody else that's 33, man, except for him and Marvin Jones Jr., who plays in Detroit now. So that's a concern, man. There's only a couple other 31-year-olds. There's no 32-year-olds, I don't think, on my list here. 31. Guys that are 31. Jarvis Landry. Robert Woods this year. He's going to be 31. Odell Beckham will be 31 this year. DeAndre Hopkins will be 31. Tyler Lockett will be 31. So, Adam Thielen, you know, I'm not so sure. Look, this is why I'm investing in some of these other Carolina guys, like Mingo, like Marshall. Chark is up there in age a little bit too. Let me see what Chark is. Chark's like 29 or 30. He's 27. Chark's 27. But Chark, I don't know, man. That's only one guy. You got to think they got to have another receiver opposite of him if Thielen goes down. That's going to be Mingo. They have a guy that's in the slot. That's going to be Marshall. Marshall can also play outside as well, and he's an over the top kind of guy. So that's why we're going to go Terrace Marshall here. Overall, we kind of, this isn't a horrible team, but I will say we saved face with this team to a degree down the stretch here. We're gonna have to get lucky in running back department again, obviously. I'm not worried about it too much. I have other teams where I'm running back heavy. You know, I got 4 pretty good ones. Like Rachaad White would have been my 4th running back on a team I did earlier this morning, so it's not too much of a concern for me. So all right, let me full screen that. All right, so we ended up with Hurts, Love, Sam Howell, Bijan Robinson, Rachaad White, David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, Chase Brown. Receiver, we got Christian Watson, Jahan Dotson, Jordan Addison again, Jonathan Mingo again, Jaden Reed again, Josh Downs, Terrace Marshall, TJ Hawkinson, Hayden Hurst, Pat Freiermuth at tight end. So not too bad. Not too bad. We're going to do another one offline, but I'm going to cut the stream right there. We're going to be done for the day. Leave a comment down below. Go check out my videos. Leave comments down below on those videos. Well, we have nuclear player 6 and 7 that we just kind of dropped. 7 was out yesterday. 6 would have been out Monday morning. So they've been out for like a day or so, a couple days for the other one. Nuclear player 8 and 9 are tomorrow and Friday. So go ahead and check those out. Leave a comment down below. And also leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed the video. I will be working on more videos this weekend. I'm going to redo this TikTok and we'll put it up immediately so you guys can look at that as well. So also leave a like on that if you guys enjoy the TikToks. You know, funny TikTok. Some of it's draft oriented, some of it's just funny stuff. For the most part, I've just been doing kind of funny fantasy football parodies, I guess, to a degree is what they are. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, though. I hope you guys enjoyed those videos that I put out, and we will catch you guys maybe Thursday or Friday. Really most likely I would look at like Friday or Saturday, because tomorrow's Thursday. I'm gonna maybe take a break, and then we might work on some videos or something tomorrow, work on some TikToks. So we'll catch you guys Friday or Saturday, most likely Saturday. I know I said Saturday last week and we pushed it to Monday, but I promise we will. We're gonna start going over players to avoid. Okay, we're gonna start going over players to avoid this weekend, into next week as well. So be ready for that, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. We'll catch you guys later, you know, Friday or Saturday. So have a good one. We will also be getting some new overlays, a new rebranding. We're gonna be rebranding. I think I've come up with something as well for that. So just be advised, you guys might see a rebranding. You won't see the Wayne Solo logo. You won't see maybe, you know, Wayne Solo, the name under the YouTube channel name anymore. We're gonna change that to be more fantasy football oriented. So easier to find maybe on YouTube as well. So look for a rebranding coming here pretty soon over the summer. We'll catch you guys this weekend.